Oh my gosh. That's a stud. That's a stud. That's a big one. Woo-wee. He's running at me. Got him. Oh my gosh. Giant. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hopefully we have an exciting one here for y'all today, because we're out here on the lake, we're in the boat, and this is a lake that I have a lot of good history with. I've caught some really big bass. Some of my biggest bass ever have come from this body of water, and usually that damage is done in the summer months with juicy conditions like we have today. Like literally, guys, if juicy fishing conditions was a term in the dictionary, like this is what you would see. We have completely overcast skies, a very light breeze, it's not super hot, and there's a little bit of a drizzle. And all these things put together usually means a good fishing bite. And I've already seen several fish out here busting and chasing bait, so that's got me excited. I've also got a bunch of really big baits tied onto my rods that I'm planning on throwing to try to catch some big fish out here. Like I said, I've caught some absolute giants out in this body of water, and I'm hoping to do some of that today. But if these fish keep on schooling around, we might have to chase some schoolers for a little while. But either way, we're gonna start dabbling around out here, see what we can find, see what we can catch. Hopefully it's a bunch of fish, and hopefully it's a few big ones. We're just gonna do whatever it takes to put some fish in the boat today, and we've got plenty of time to do it. It's only noon right now, so we've got about 8 hours of daylight to fish. If y'all are excited to join along with me on today's fishing adventure, do me a huge favor. Hit thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for good luck, and let's see what kind of fish we can put in the boat today. Let's go. Got him. There we go. First fish of the day is not a very big one. Saw some little shad getting busted. There's a lot of shad out here near the surface. There's a lot of bass chasing them. And I don't think they're all this size. I think there's some big ones mixed in. Hopefully we can find some big guys. He smashed it. I really feel like everything is lining up out here for us to get into some big bass today. But we're gonna send this guy back. That's our first one. He bit the 6th Sense catwalk. We're gonna keep just kind of keeping our eyes peeled towards the surface of the water. Hopefully see some more schooling action that we can fire this bait out there towards. Oh, my bait was messed up. There we go. There we go. A little bit bigger fish. I saw a fish come up right behind the boat. My top water wasn't even working below the surface. It was like all jacked up. This fish came up and ate it. It's a little bigger than the last one. Not much bigger. I was like, where the heck is my bait at? And I saw it struggling below the surface. And we had this guy. He's got like blue on his lips. There we go. Second bass in the mid-afternoon fishing session. Literally just got out here, guys. And we've already got 2 bass in the boat. They're schooling. I was not expecting this. I mean, I was expecting them to be feeding. We've got some juicy weather for these bass. A little pound and a quarter. Need to find some big ones. At any moment, some big bass come up schooling out here. Got him. Man, the blow-ups are so big. They look like big guys, but they're small. There's a bunch of small fish out here schooling. You know there's gonna be some big ones out here somewhere. There's our 3rd bass of the afternoon. One of these little dudes is gonna try to get me, I can already tell. Another little largemouth, a little schoolie.
I know you.
I don't know.
I'm Eddie Neal.
I don't know you.
Okay. I thought I seen you out here before.
Yeah, I come out here quite a bit. I haven't been out here in a couple of months, but
Okay.
I used to fish out here quite a bit.
And what kind of rod and reel combo do you have?
And this one?
Yeah.
This is a 6th Sense, 7-foot medium heavy, and then just a Shimano.
Man, I tell you, you throw that thing a mile.
Yeah, well, that one I was throwing that top water with, that was a Metanium MGL reel, so it's got that light spool, so it does send it pretty far. And in that top water, you know,
I saw you throw.
yeah, it goes far. Really. Man, they will not touch a swim bait.
Yeah, you got them all over.
They're so small. It's crazy. They will not touch it.
got them to hit the top water, didn't you?
Yeah, they'll eat a top water for sure. I was just thinking I'd make it easy on myself and throw a swim bait. I think I'll put like a 2.5 inch swim bait on or something.
You think they'd hit that too?
Yeah, like a tiny one. I said they're eating small bait.
You just have to find one that wants a bigger meal.
Yeah. There we go. Another one on top water. These fish are going absolutely crazy. They're schooling all around the boat. They're all small though. I'm hoping some big ones will start going. He just skied right on in. That might be my biggest one so far. Another one, £1.25 pound or so. But it's just unreal how many fish are just swarming the boat. I threw a little swim bait through them thinking it'd be easy, and they will not touch a little swim bait. I'm gonna have to go smaller. I'm using a 3.8 inch divine swim bait. I'm gonna put like a 2.8 or a 3.2, just something really small. They're eating small bait, but they're eating this top water, which is 4.5 inches long. We'll see what happens. I'm really hoping that some big ones will start coming to the surface here soon. But in the meantime, I'll catch these numbers all day, and then if it comes to the point where we need to change things up to try to get a big bite, we'll do that too. But for now, I'm happy catching schoolers. Oh, at the boat. Yeah. There we go. Another one. Oh my gosh, there's like 50 of them jumping behind me. Oh gosh, I'm about to get snagged up by this thing. Well, hold on. Let me get you unstuck, little buddy. Another little buddy. I actually have another idea. I have my crappie poles with me. And I've got some really small swim baits. I'm pretty sure in the boat somewhere. If not, I got some crappie jigs. I think that if I throw that small swim bait or a crappie jig into these schools, I'll be able to catch them every time. I know they're small, but it'd be fun to catch them on the crappie rub. But there's, oh my gosh, there's freaking 100 of them. I swear it's 100 bass right there. My topwater is in the middle of them, and he bit it. Yes! From a knee. Unreal. At one point, I was wondering if there were still bass in this lake, and apparently there are. It's on the rebound. They're all kind of small. I've been out here in the past, and they've been schooling like this, and it's been like all 3 to 5 pounders. So that would be really cool if we got some of that action today. Also, this lake is known to have big shad in it, and it does have some big shad. A much small crappie, and that's what these bigger bass that live out here tend to eat, but there's obviously an abundance of small shad that these guys are eating. Super cool. I'm gonna rig up my crappie pole and put a little swim bait on there and see if we can't get nasty with that. I got 4-pound test line on there, so that should be fun too. Okay, busting out the old ACC crappie sticks. I've caught a lot of big bass on this rod. There's been a lot of times back on the home lake where the bass will get really keyed in on some small bait fish around those cypress trees. And the short little ACC crappie sticks rod is the perfect thing to kind of shoot those little swim baits, skip them underneath the trees in that tight quarters. So I'm definitely not worried about it being able to hold the fish. I'm a little bit worried about my decision to use the 4-pound test, but it'd be all right. So I have two options here. I've got the Whale 3.0 in Ghost Ice Minnow, or I've got the Divine Swim Bait in a 2.7 inch version in Clearwater Rose. I'm pretty positive that they'll eat this one every time if I throw it into those schools. So I'm gonna start with it, even though I kind of want to throw the Whale. But I think we're gonna start with this. We might swap it up. And then these are those nice little finesse 6-cent jig heads. I believe this is a 3/16 ounce. I could be wrong, could be an 1/8. I think it's a 3/16. Feels a little bit beefier than an 1/8. But these little swimmers are so deadly. I've caught bukus of fish on them, all different species. Largemouth, crappie, white bass, striper, everything is eating that little guy right there. I got some old line on there I need to cut off. This 4-pound test should keep it looking pretty natural. Okay, let's find ourselves another little wad of them. Let's see if we can catch one on it. Here we go. Oh my gosh. As soon as it hit the water. That's fun. This is how, oh, it's my biggest one of the day. Are you kidding me? He's not that big, it's the biggest one of the day. Okay, now that is how you have some fun with these smaller size fish. You put them on a lighter rod, and you just have some fun. Just have some good old-fashioned fun. First cast, didn't even turn the handle, I don't think, and he was on that 2.7 6 cents divine swim bait. If you're looking for a good quality finesse swim bait that you can tackle all different species with, like, this is my favorite. This one in the 3.0 inch whale. They're both really, really good. I'll leave them linked. I'll leave everything that I'm using in today's video linked in the video description. If you're on the 6 Cents Fishing website, be sure to punch in that code CJ10 at checkout to save 10%. I'm ready to get some more. Oh, right below. There's only one right there. What's gonna happen is we're gonna end up hooking into a 3 or 4 pounder on this. Because the big ones are probably keying on that small bait fish too. There's a bunch of little shad in here. There are so many over this way. It's like every bass in this entire lake that's in that 1 to 2 pound size class is just hanging out right here eating shad. And I can see the shad balls all over my graph. It's just lit up. I'm not seeing any big bass though, which is surprising. The big bass are probably just hanging out. Oh my gosh, right behind me. Oh my gosh. There's literally a whole, how did they not eat that? Huh. That's crazy. There's literally like 1,000 of them right behind me. Still over there. I'm gonna burn it through them. Yeah. There we go. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. It's so much fun. These are honestly some good little eater-sized bass too. I might honestly throw some of these in the live well and take them home to eat tonight. That'd be fun. I mean, these are perfect eating size. I mean, there's so many out here, it ain't gonna hurt nothing to cull a few of these little guys. That's amazing. I could literally catch 100 bass out here today. This changes everything. Like catching them on this rod from a knee. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he feels good. I don't really think I'm gonna catch an absolute freak giant doing this, but I really could. That's my. They're getting bigger, guys. Here's my biggest. I swear. He's gonna be close to 2 pounds. Maybe not. 1.5 pounds. Look how thick he is. Choked it. Choked it. He choked it from a knee. There's still. I can get back in there. There's 1,000 more of them over here. Nice. Watch this. Oh, where'd they go? They went down. They're probably still there. They can't go. Oh, they're in front of me. Dang, I need to strap y'all onto my chest so y'all can see everything that's happening right in front of me. Yeah, if I put this little swim bait in a school of fish, it's over. It's game over every time. There's 1, 2. Yeah, baby. Just goes to show you really got to match the hatch sometimes. The size of the bait fish they're eating are small. They wanted nothing to do with a 4-inch swim bait, but they're all about this one. Hey, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. Ain't nothing wrong with that right there. Ain't nothing wrong with that largemouth. Getting that crappie thump feel, getting the 5 largemouth on some light line. Ooh. There we go. There's just one that popped up right behind me. Another little nicer one. It's surprising that I'm catching bigger ones on this swim bait. Because all the ones I was catching on the top water were small. That thing's got some shoulders to him. He's got a little build. He stroked it. What I'm also noticing is that most of the time I'm getting bit whenever I cast it, they're biting it on the initial fall. I'm not really getting a whole lot once I'm burning it back in. I was hoping to see if he had some little shad coming out so I could compare the size of my swim bait to that guy. I actually just caught that one on the whale. In the previous cast, I had one take the whole swim bait off, that little 2.7, so we're mixing it up, giving this one here is a little bit more white. It's still that kind of ghosty, kind of translucent color. I don't know if like a solid white would do better, they can just see it really good, but I feel like just this nice little subtle, natural presentation is what's gonna take to get these fish to bite, because they're, as crazy as they're going, they are a little bit finicky. I know it may not seem like it, but they are. They're a little finicky. I think something's fixing to happen right there, yep. There we go. I saw the shad coming up to the top. He's honestly got some head shakes. Oh, Okay. How big are you? Oh, it's a good one. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get my net. Just because I have 4-pound test. I think, is this a 3-pounder? Is this a 2-pounder? Okay. Oh, it's like a 2-pounder. Yeah, just using the net because of the 4-pound test. But there we go. Pound 3/4. We're getting there. That's a longer one though, and he put up a heck of a fight down there. Hey guys, that 4-pound test stressed me out a little bit, but we'll take it. A long, skinny guy. He's probably 15 inches, 15 and a half inches. But it's kind of skinny. He's close to 2 pounds, but not quite, I don't think. That's cool. Back on the 2.7, the 3.0, just a little too big, I think, because these, I mean, I've seen the shad, they're like literally, maybe, I mean, not even an inch, probably a centimeter long. Not even kidding, they are microscopic. I mean, if I had a swim bait that was smaller than the one I'm throwing right now, I would throw it right now at these fish. Here we go, we're trending up. And we're catching a bunch of fish. This place is usually feast or famine. You either just get out here and start catching them, or you're out here grinding and not catching anything and you have to work for them all day long. So I'm enjoying this. Oh, that's a big one. There we go, that's a big one. That's a stud. That's a stud. That's a big one. Oh, he's about to come up. Time I drag up a little bit. This is a big one. Oh, baby. This is like a big one. Woo-wee. This is like a this is like a 3 or 4 pounder. Oh my gosh. He's going all the way around the boat. I'm trying to stay back here. Just take it easy. There was what looked like a school of like 1.5-pounders, like slightly bigger. Oh, he's about to jump, Oh my God, it's a giant. It's a giant. Oh my gosh, it's like a 5-pounder. Oh, it's 4 or 5-pounder. Oh my gosh, that jump was insane. They were slightly bigger, and then I just threw this thing right in the middle of him, and he got it. Freaking 4-pound test. Come on up. Don't shake me. Oh, it's big. Oh my gosh, it's a big bass. Oh my gosh, it's a big bass. Oh my gosh, strip and drag. Good dang tuna. Oh my goodness. This must be like what a Great Lakes smallmouth bass fishing's like. I don't think he, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what a tuna. I missed. Oh. Oh gosh. I don't have enough line out. Ah, he pulled some drag out. Dang. Come here. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I don't know how I saw this, but he's like, oh God, oh God. Woo-hoo, got him. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Oh, it's just choked. Look at that. Finally. Big old bass on a tiny little swim bait. It is absolutely just gobbled down in there. You have to be careful getting out. It's just right there. I thought it was just, oh gosh. He almost swallowed this thing whole. I mean, look at this. My hand is all the way down in there. Just in the back of his mouth. Look at that. Beautiful largemouth bass. I got my scale. He's probably 4.5? 4.5 on 4-pound line. Are you kidding me? Let's get an official scale weight on this thing. Man, I knew eventually some big ones were gonna show up and be mixed in with these guys. There's too many good fish out here. Not sure if y'all can read that or not. 4.38, almost a 4.5 pounder. 4.5 pounder on a little 2-inch Divine swim bait. That is awesome. That is amazing. On the ACC crappie sticks on 4-pound line. Let's send this fish back and let's get back after it and hopefully get another one. I'm not ready for you to go. She says I'm ready. Oh, there she goes. Whew, big kick. How fun is that? Heck yeah, I'm so glad I brought that little crappie rod. I almost didn't because I was planning on coming out here and throwing big baits for these big bass that live out here. But, you know, sometimes you gotta play the cards that you're dealt, and today we were dealt with tiny little bait fish and a bunch of bass just clobbering them on the surface. So we start off with the top water. That kind of worked, but the move was definitely to swap to that small swim bait. And there is another big school going off right over there. So we're gonna start kind of just poking away over there and maybe we'll get lucky and run into another school of big ones again. There's like 6 other boats out here, but there was only one other guy chasing these schoolers. I'm kind of surprised. I think everybody else is brim fishing or something. Which I also thought about doing today, doing a little bit of brim fishing, but oh my gosh, Beggins. He's running at me. Why's my drag so loose? I can't tell how big this one is. Oh, it's another decent one. Okay, I'm actually gonna keep this one. I'm gonna keep a few of these. Oh my gosh, they're going crazy. Going crazy. Okay. I'm actually gonna throw a few of these in the live well. Perfect eating size largemouth. And I wanna go home with something fresh to eat. That's beautiful. Got it. I haven't had this much fun bass fishing in a while. I know these aren't the biggest bass, but I mean, that's my second biggest one. Oh my gosh. He's coming around this way. Wow. Get up in here, Bobby. Yeet. Look at that one. That's most likely a 2-pounder. If not, he's right under it. Now, why are you weighing this fish, Cole? Well, because I want to. All right, 175, not quite a 2-pounder, but we'll take him. And we're gonna throw him in the box. I don't think I want to keep him all that big, but we'll throw him in there. We'll throw him in there. Okay. That one got down. I just saw one ripple. They weren't actively feeding. I saw like one little ripple. And I threw this guy over there. And we got another good one for the box. This one's got a big old hole in it. He's been caught before. But fortunately for him, he will not be getting caught again because he's going to the box. That's the size I really want to keep right there. There's some coming up right there on the side. Finally got another one. It's been a minute. The schooling has definitely slowed down. It's still happening. It's just happening in shorter bursts. And the fish are kind of getting further away from me, so I decided to mix the topwater back in just so I could reach them. But again, it's weird how the topwater's getting smaller fish. And they all want to kill me. I mean, look at that. It's a really small fish on a bigger bait. I'm catching bigger fish on a tiny swim bait. Unreal. They're on that topwater bait now. They've gotten pretty tough to catch. I don't know if they just got educated or if they're just not as grouped up and not willing to bite the swim bait. I think my swim bait is honestly still a little too big to match the hatch perfectly. But generally, they'll still always eat a topwater bait, and that seems to have been the case the last 30 minutes or so. We went from catching them like every time we threw into them to now like we're not getting bit on the swim bait hardly at all when we throw into a big school. But every time we throw at a fish and make a good cast with this topwater, we may not catch them, but we're getting bit. No nice little chunky healthy bass. I think I'm messing around with these fish for about another 20 or 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna make a move and start trying to target some fish that aren't schooling. Just target some bigger fish. As much fun as this has been, we've only caught one big one, and they're starting to make it hard on me. While I'm fixing to probably catch this fish right here. There we go. A worm bass. There we go. Hey, doing something a little different. Got a little bit nicer fish. Decided to get away from the schoolers, and I got the old 6 cents Bosa worm. This is a new ribbon tail worm for this year, for 6 cents. That blue flick, and that is gonna be really close to 2 pounds. We won't mess around and weigh them, we'll just throw them back, but heck yeah, doing something a little different. Just kind of got up here on this point, cast it up there by the lily pads, and drug it probably 5 or 6 feet, and went donk. I can get down to that. There's a couple of big brush piles up this way, and I'm hoping to drag this worm through them and find old big. All the bait fish, at least all the tiny ones, are over where we started at. I'm not seeing any bait over here whatsoever. I'm not seeing any bigger shad on my graph. I'm not really seeing any fish. It's just kind of weird. But it seems the majority of those fish are all pretty small. So I think that this is the best move for us in order to find some more quality fish. And that was definitely a step in the right direction. And it was a lot of fun jacking him. Love catching him on the big old ribbon tail. Got him. Oh my gosh. Nice bass on the worm in the rain. Yeah, baby. All right. Got ourselves another bass. It's starting to rain a little bit. It's the hardest that it's rained since we've been out here. Just pitching this worm around. I noticed a brush pile out here in front of me and couldn't really see nothing in it, but wanted to throw the worm in there and give it a shot. And I mean, before the bait him hit the bottom, he was taking off with it. That's a 2-pounder for sure, probably 2.5 pounds. Kind of a long, skinny guy. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Giant. Giant. Giant on the hair jig. Yeah, get up here. All right. All right, guys, look at that. Pulled a fast one on him. Got the old shuttlecock out. The hair jig. Pulled a fast one on those fish. I didn't even feel the bite. I just reeled into him and he jumped, like he hooked himself and just jumped straight up in the air. That's probably another 4-pounder right there, guys. It's raining, feels good. We caught a bunch of fish today, and we still ain't done. Look how big this one is. Tell me something good, everybody. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, 3.5. 3.5 pounder. Yeah, he's short. He's definitely a 3.5 pounder. Awesome fish, guys. I had a feeling there was another one there. I can just see the pile, and it looks too good. And man, it's only in like 5 foot of water. I'm gonna go ahead and send this one back. But reeled the old hair jig over it. Did him dirty. The old shuttlecock did him dirty. All right, guys, well, as much as I hate to, I am gonna have to get off the water. It is about to storm. There's a big old cloud coming in. I've been hearing a lot of thunder in the distance, and it's just now gotten up on us. I don't wanna get struck by lightning We've caught a lot of fish today, and it really sucks because I feel like we are just about to get on some more big ones, but I value my life more than I value catching these fish. So I'm going to get my gear loaded up, get to the boat ramp, hopefully before it starts raining. And I actually think I'm gonna send my little jimmies in the live well back into the lake, because if it's gonna storm all afternoon, I don't wanna clean them in the rain. And it all depends on how they're kicking. I think they're kicking. I hear them bouncing around in there. Yeah, I'm gonna get everything put together. I've got the boat in shambles right now. I got rods and tackle and crap everywhere, just like always, but I need to get it put up before it gets rained on. I'll see you guys when I get back to the boat ramp. Well guys, it seems as though I may have accidentally pulled the plug too early on this fishing trip. Like, that was a big, loud crack of lightning and thunder, and it honestly kind of scared me, because I kept hearing it and I kept feeling like it was approaching, but I couldn't really see it because the trees were blocking. But I got to the boat ramp, got the boat all loaded up, and of course, like, it hasn't lightened or thunder, and it's actually really lightened up, and it's not raining, and I see blue sky. So yeah, but I'm already loaded up. Part of me wants to just back this thing back down into the ramp and finish out the rest of the afternoon. It's currently 5 o'clock, so I've got like dang near 4 hours of daylight to fish. Another part of me wants to go check out another spot, but I think that I'm just gonna head back to the house and call it a day early. I ended up actually keeping those fish. I thought about letting them go, but I just figured I might as well just keep them, especially now that the sun came out and it's not gonna be storming. I think I had 4. I either had 4 or 5, but I'm gonna take those fish and get them cleaned up back at the house, and then we're gonna cook them up. So we have plenty of time to do that. We won't be doing it like at 10 o'clock like originally the plan would have been had we stayed out here all day. So I'm gonna get back to the house. I'll see you guys when we get there.
We are doing the thing tonight, guys. Look at this plate. We've got our bass fillets all cooked up. I seasoned them in some Old Bay and some butter, and they look great. We've got some Spanish rice, and then we have a pile of avocados. We're also going to be adding some of that Old Bay hot sauce and some of that green sauce, and eventually this is all just going to get all mixed together, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. One of my favorite meals to eat, and I cannot wait to see how these bass taste. I already know it's going to be good. Doesn't that look amazing, guys?
All right, we're going in for the first bite. We got a little bit of everything on the fork. We got our bass fillet, we've got our Spanish rice, avocado. Here we go. It's gonna be amazing. Also hot. I could probably eat that every day for the rest of my life, and I might start today. I've been kind of wanting to go like full fish diet. I know there's like some other stuff here, but I think I'm gonna start doing that. That is just way too good. And it's been too long since we kept some bass. We might have kept some, when was that? Maybe 2 months ago. You know, normally when we go out bass fishing, we were just kind of doing it recreationally. We keep so many different species of fish that our freezer is honestly pretty full most of the time. But, you know, when given the situation we had today, we had those schooling bass all over the place. They were the ideal size for keeping. And I really wanted some fresh fish. I didn't want to thaw some out of the freezer. So that is exactly what we did today. We kept a few nice small fish, and they cooked up so magically, and they're so good, and I can't wait to just take it easy the rest of the afternoon. Maybe watch a little bit of TV, hang out with Jay, hang out with the babies, and just enjoy this plate of food. But anyways, this is where we're going to end today's episode. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I really wasn't expecting to catch that many fish today. I was hopeful I was just going to catch a good mess of them, but you know, all those fish schooling really caught me by surprise, and it was just a great treat for the day. But if y'all enjoyed the bass fishing video, do me a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next one. Bye guys.